been briefed by the CDC?
I have.
Are the words about a pandemic at this point?
No, we're not at all, and we have it totally under control.
How concerned are you?
Well, we pretty much shut it down. You know, a lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat, as the heat comes in. Typically, that will go away in April. We're in great shape, though. It's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle. It will disappear. They're going to have vaccines, I think, relatively soon. And they're going to have something that makes you better, and that's going to actually take place, we think, even sooner. So it's a lot of good things are happening.
Because a lot of people will have this, and it's very mild. They'll get better very rapidly. They don't even see a doctor. They don't even call a doctor. You know, we have thousands or hundreds of thousands of people that get better just by, you know, sitting around and even going to work. Some of them go to work.
But as of right now and yesterday, anybody that needs a test, that's the important thing. And the tests are all perfect. Like the letter was perfect. The transcription was perfect, right? This was not as perfect as that, but pretty good.
Mr. President, what do you say to Americans who are concerned that you're not taking this seriously enough and that some of your statements don't match what your health experts are saying?
That's CNN, fake news. Go ahead. Thank you very much. Be calm. It's really working out, and a lot of good things are going to happen.
My first question is, you said that you don't take responsibility, but you did disband the White House pandemic office, and the officials that were working in that office left this administration abruptly. So what responsibility do you take to that? And the officials that worked in that office said that the White House lost valuable time because that office wasn't disbanded. What do you make of that?
Well, I just think it's a nasty question, but it's something that we have tremendous control over.
Mr. President, the other day you said that you were not responsible for the testing shortfall. Very simple question. Does the buck stop with you? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your response to this crisis?
I'd rate it a 10.
What do you say the Americans were scared, though? I guess nearly 200 dead, 14,000 who are sick, millions, as you witnessed, who are scared right now. What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. Easter's a very special day for me. And I see it sort of in that timeline that I'm thinking about. And I say, wouldn't it be great to have all of the churches full? You know, the churches aren't allowed, essentially, to have much of a congregation there. And most of them I watched on Sunday online. And he was terrific, by the way. But online is never going to be like being there. So I think Easter Sunday, and you'll have packed churches all over our country, because we've done one hell of a job. Nobody's done the job that we've done. And it's lucky that you have this group here right now for this problem, or you wouldn't even have a country left.
So when Kellyanne suggests that Trump has somehow on some planet been on top of this, it is a new level of revisionist history, even for Kellyanne Conway. I mean, we are talking about a guy who wouldn't let a cruise ship with sick Americans aboard dock here because he was so hell-bent on downplaying this whole situation and didn't want his numbers to go up, and then admitted it.
I would rather, because I like the numbers being where they are. I don't need to have the numbers double because of one ship. That wasn't our fault.
Honestly, if Trump were to downplay this thing any further, he'd pretend it doesn't even exist. In fact, he was so committed to downplaying it that we missed every single pivotal opportunity we had to contain the spread. The Trump administration denied diagnostic tests from the WHO back in February, the same test that over 60 nations accepted, and all 60 of those countries have flatter curves than the United States does. In fact, every single country on the face of the earth has flatter curves than the United States, and I don't want to jump to any conclusions here, but it might have something to do with the fact that the guy in charge has been spending the vast majority of his time either pretending it doesn't exist, pretending it's already solved, or attacking those who dare to press him on the fact that it's actually getting worse. Even now, with massive countrywide shortages of masks and gloves and ventilators and protective equipment, Trump still won't invoke the Defense Production Act, claiming that there's no need to because private sector businesses have stepped up. But A, it's not the private sector's job to fill in for an absent government, and B, private sector companies might be working to produce those things now, but we needed it weeks ago. We have doctors reusing old masks and nurses literally showing up to their shifts in garbage bags. But again, I guess preparation isn't really something we should expect from a guy whose priority is denying that there's even anything to prepare for. But the craziest part is that Kellyanne claims that the administration has been meeting on this since January 12th, which makes the fact that Trump has been publicly downplaying it all the more absurd. Admitting that Trump is known for more than 2 months isn't in his favor when the guy's public appearances have all been him saying that we'll be down to zero